Hey, greetings everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, Senior Fellow at the Media Research Center. As of this video commentary recording, I don't think that we have heard anything about a resignation from Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. Now, when you think about this issue with Governor Northam, and understand that he has already kind of stepped in at once with his seemingly comments that supported infanticide when you look at some legislation that they're bringing forward in Virginia. I think the governor talked about just allowing a baby to be there on a table and seeing whether or not they should resuscitate it or let it die. That caused enough problems. But then all of a sudden, last week, toward the end of the week, we found out that in his medical school yearbook, there was a very interesting photo that was on his yearbook page. That photo showed two individuals, one in blackface and the other in a full Ku Klux Klan outfit. Now, Governor Northam took to the airwaves on Friday to apologize for that photo. But then all of a sudden on Saturday, he said, well, that's not really me. I don't know who it was in the photo. And he decided that he would be a little bit, well, let's call it intransigent about the whole thing. But there have been countless amounts of people from the Democrat Party, leading Democrat presidential candidates, that have asked for him to, well, step down, to indeed resign. And let's talk about this. Why is it important that Governor Northam resign? And what are the optics for the Democrat Party right now? When you make a simple comparison between what happened with the Brett Kavanaugh episode, and understand that they were trying to go back to high school for Mr. Kavanaugh, as opposed to a medical school yearbook for, well, Ralph Northam. But consider this. In the case of Judge Brett Kavanaugh, we had Deborah Ramirez, we had Christine Blasey Ford, and we had Julie Swetnick all come forth and make these allegations which had no corroborating testimony or no evidence whatsoever. As a matter of fact, one of the women, Julie Swetnick, has actually come back and said, well, I kind of made this stuff up. But there have been no consequences or ramifications for those three women. But when we look at what has happened with Governor Northam, there was evidence. There was even admission at first. But then as a black man, I will tell you that his excuse of, well, I did paint my face black because I was in a Michael Jackson dance contest, I find that disingenuous, offensive, and insulting. See, the problem for Governor Northam when you look at this situation is that here was a man that in his Virginia gubernatorial election, he castigated his Republican opponent, Ed Gillespie, as a racist. But there were no pictures of Ed Gillespie in blackface or in a Ku Klux Klan outfit. And let us also remember that as we are in Black History Month, I think we all remember who was the political party that started the Ku Klux Klan. See, Governor Northam is facing intense pressure to resign because, well, the Democrats can't continue to throw around the word racist and racism if they have someone who once put on blackface, danced in a Michael Jackson dance contest, or, well, he has a picture of it in his medical school yearbook. That optic does not support the Democrat Party going forward, especially an optic when they continually try to castigate the President of the United States of America as a racist. And I have never seen Donald Trump in blackface or with a pointy hat. But I think that we can recall many Democrats throughout history wearing pointy hats. As a matter of fact, when you talk about the original faux pas of Governor Northam, all about murdering unborn babies, let us not forget that a real white supremacist, a real racist, a person that spoke at Ku Klux Klan rallies, a person that referred to blacks as undesirables and weeds, Margaret Sanger, is the founder of Planned Parenthood, an organization heavily supported by, well, the political party that Governor Ralph Northam belongs to. And as a matter of fact, in 2016, the Democrat presidential nominee, Hillary Clinton, well, she's a recipient of the Margaret Sanger Award. I don't think too many blacks have been a recipient of the Margaret Sanger Award. If they were, that's kind of oxymoronic, I would say, with the emphasis being on the word moron. But getting back to the point with Governor Northam, I don't know if the Democrats realize the incredible bad position that they're in. If Governor Northam is allowed to stay in position, then the Democrats will lose this perceived high ground of castigating everyone that stands in the way of their ideological agenda who is white as a racist. And think about how interesting it is that the lieutenant governor of Virginia, well, he's black. So maybe Governor Northam, you should step down to allow someone to clean the slate, someone who can truly be a part of a healing process, because you've lost that opportunity. As we go forward, we have to understand that there has to be a level playing field when we look at the evidence of racism and racist actions and activities in the United States of America. It cannot just be used as a political battering ram, which is what some people in the party of the donkey would like to use. Governor Ralph Northam, for whatever reasons he can come up with, has lost the confidence to lead in the state of Virginia. And Governor Ralph Northam, in this Black History Month, is reminding some of us of the true history of racism in the United States of America.